Hello, everyone. Welcome to Zen Within Yoga with Michelle. Today, I'll be offering you a grounding and calm yoga flow to help ease and unwind your mind and body. No props will be needed, but of course, you can always bring in anything you'd like to make your practice just a little extra delicious. Our first pose will be a child's pose. So, widen your knees as wide as feels comfortable for you, bringing the big toes to touch and having those hips sitting right on your heels and walking the arms out. Now, instead of having the arms extended all the way out today, I'm going to have you bend at the elbows and coming to the forearms and just stacking one hand over the other and then resting the forehead here comfortably on your forearm or your hand. And letting the belly soften, letting the upper body just get really heavy here to the earth. And taking a cleansing breath, inhale through the nose, fill up your body. Open mouth, exhale. Letting everything soften. Coming to a place of ease. Slowing everything down. And inviting in this affirmation to your practice today. I release all worry and choose to focus on the present moment. Taking one more breath here. And bringing the upper body up. Keeping the legs as they are if that's comfortable for you. Otherwise, you can bring the knees and thighs in together. Resting the hands on the knees or the thighs, let the shoulders soften. And dropping chin to chest, stretching out the back of your neck. And now bringing that right ear over towards the right shoulder and just begin to take some slow neck rolls here. Releasing any tension through the neck. And the next time the chin comes to the chest, then just make your way over to the other direction. Bringing the chin back into the chest. And taking a cleansing breath, inhale through the nose, fill up the throat. Open mouth, exhale. Bringing your head back up to center. And now bringing the knees and thighs in together. And again, resting the hands on the knees or on the thighs. And we'll take a seated variation of cat and cow here. So inhale, sending the chest forward, reaching the shoulders back. And then exhale, arching through the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, bringing it forward, coming into cow. And exhale, pressing it back into cat. Let's do that 2 more times. Coming back to center and now making our way into a downward facing dog. So make your way to tabletop first. Walk the hands a little further out in front of you. Widen your knees about hip width distance along with the feet. Tuck the toes under and then pressing those hips up and back. And just walking it out here. So lifting one heel up and then the other. And just shifting your body side to side, making any little movements here that feel good. Breathing. And then let's pause here. Let's bring a nice deep bend into the knees, lifting the heels up off of your mat. And then think of bringing the belly to the thighs. Pause here. Big breath in. Big breath out. And now pressing that right heel to your mat only. Stretching through that calf and hamstring. And then lifting that right heel back up and pressing through that left heel. And bringing that left heel back up and now pressing through both heels at the same time. And taking a cleansing breath here. Big breath in. Big breath out. And then coming up onto the balls of the feet, we're going to lower the knees back down. Keep your toes tucked under and now send your hips back toward your heels. Coming into a variation of a child's pose here, lowering your forehead to your mat. Let the arms soften. Take a nice, slow, deep breath in and out through your nose. Cleansing breath. Big breath in through the nose. Fill up the belly. Fill up your back. Open mouth. Exhale. And pressing yourself back up, coming into a tabletop. Untuck the toes, lift your feet, and then just rotate through the ankles, point and flex the feet. And then we'll just shift the legs over to one side and make our way to a seated pose. And then extending the legs all the way out, coming into a wide-legged stance here. Good. Bring your hands out in front. Take an inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, walking yourself into a forward fold. Doing your best to keep the knees and toes up towards the sky. Letting your head be heavy, dropping chin into the chest. Soften the shoulders. And then bringing the upper body up about halfway. And then walking yourself over to your right leg, framing that leg with the hands, and then dropping nose towards the knee. It doesn't need to be right over the knee. Just that general area, getting a nice side body stretch on that left side body. Taking one more breath here. And then walking that upper body over to the left side. And taking another breath on here. And walking yourself back to center. And then bringing the upper body all the way up. We'll pause here at the top. Let the shoulders soften. Taking a cleansing breath. And opening the eyes. Bring the hands underneath the knees. Bring your knees in and then coming into an easy seated pose. Let's have the right leg in front of the left. And then we're going to bring that left hand to that right knee and reaching that right arm up and over. So getting a nice side body stretch on that right side. And then bringing the upper body back up, drop that right hand back behind the head. And then we're going to bring that left hand up and over to that right elbow. And stretch through that right tricep. Release the arms down. And then switching the crossing of your legs. Left leg is in front. Right hand's coming to that left knee. We're going to reach that left arm over to the right. And bringing the upper body back up. Left hand's going to fall behind the head. And then we're going to reach that right arm up and over, holding on to that left elbow, gently pressing it back. And releasing the arms down, bringing the hands to the knees, taking some Sufi grinds. You're going to inhale, bring your upper body forward. And then as you take your exhale, you're going to start moving the body over to the right and then carving out through the stomach as you come around. And then inhale as you come around towards the front again. Trying to keep those hips grounded to the mat. Taking one more full circle this direction. And then shifting, going over the other direction. And making your way back to center. Pausing here, let the shoulders soften. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. And then bringing the knees up with your feet to your mat. I'm just going to turn sideways here. And bringing the feet in and the legs in together as much as feels comfortable for you. And wrapping the arms around gently. And then just lowering your head, dropping chin to chest. Rounding through your spine. Relaxing your jaw, your shoulders. And then slowly bringing your head up, sitting up nice and tall. Soften through the shoulders. Take a cleansing breath. And then making your way down into your back. And once you get here, hands to the knees, take the knees nice and wide out by your armpits, and then sending the feet up towards the ceiling, coming into happy baby pose. You can either have the hands behind the back of the thigh or holding on to the outer edges of your feet. If you're on the outer edges of your feet, make sure the arms are in the inside of your legs, the inside of the knees. And then we are pressing the knees towards the floor. Bottoms of the feet are up towards the sky. Pressing down through the shoulders, pressing down through the low back. Breathing into your belly. And now extending the legs out. So taking the legs nice and wide. And you can always hold on to just the backs of the thighs if it's a little too much holding on to the feet. And then releasing the hands, bring the legs all the way up. And you're going to cross that right leg in front of the left and then drop the feet down. So your knees are crossed over one another, kind of stacked over one another. And then you can grab on to opposite feet or shins or the knees. And we want to let those knees fall in towards the chest. And you should feel a good stretch into that right glute or hamstring, the back of the thigh. And one more breath here. Releasing the feet, send the legs back up towards the ceiling. And then we're just going to cross the opposite way. So now that left leg's over the right thigh, then dropping the feet, knees are bent, and placing your hands either on opposite feet or shins. One more breath here. Releasing the hands, sending the feet back up towards the ceiling, and point and flex through your feet. Rotate through the ankles. And bending the knees in towards your chest, wrapping your arms around, hugging the knees in. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. And letting the arms melt away from the legs, lowering your feet to your mat. Extending the legs all the way out. Making your way into Savasana. Really allowing yourself this time to invite in a sense of peace, sense of calmness. Allowing yourself to just be at ease. and staying here as long as needed. I hope this practice served you well today. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I look forward to practicing with you again soon. Namaste.